Why do tractors come with 2 air filters anyway? Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the channel today. My name is Matt, this is Firewood in the Field. Today's video, I just want to share something that I learned recently about the T574. So this tractor I bought new in the very end of March 2024, and here we are almost at the end of September 2025, so I've owned it for more than a year and a half. I've got 208 hours on it, and I'll be doing a review soon. I need to find time to put together a review of the tractor. But one thing that I don't like about the machine I'm going to fix today, and I want to say thanks to Marty Henderson. He gave me a comment on Facebook with some part numbers. But I'm going to change the air filter on this. Now I've done all my service. I did my 50-hour service, and then I changed engine oil again at 150. I cleaned the air filter a couple times. I replaced it at 100 hours just because it was looking kind of dirty. But this tractor did not come with both air cleaner elements. It came with the main filter, the outer filter, the big one. Did not come with the inside one, and I've been pretty happy with my dealership, but in this instance I've asked them, a couple times repeatedly if there was an inner filter I could buy. They looked it up and they said no. So I was kind of surprised about that, but I believed them and I just went on about my business. After a little more digging and a little more research, and I saw Marty's post on Facebook with part numbers, and sure looks like there's a filter that fits this tractor. I'd be real surprised if this air cleaner assembly is unique to this machine. It looks like it's something that's probably used in a lot of different types of equipment. So it makes sense that there's an inner and an outer filter that you can get. Let me go ahead and pop the hood and just show you what's in there and show you what I'm going to put in it. But the tractor is a little dirty, just dust mostly. I don't do a whole lot of dirt work. I was spreading some gravel and it's been really dry here lately, so a lot of opportunity for a lot of dust, so it's a good time to pop the hood, check the air cleaner out. But all in all, tractor's in good shape. She's just a little dusty. I can raise the hood. I'm not going to go into detail on how to raise the hood. I'm assuming if you've had this tractor, you know how to raise the hood. It's really not so hard to get to the air cleaner. If you're not familiar with this tractor, it's right here. I recently had mine off, but it's a good idea to this plastic guy here, make sure there's not a lot of dust in it. That's just supposed to help catch the dust, keep it from going in your engine. And there are 3 clips. Sometimes this one back here can be a bear to get to. Try to do it without blocking the camera. You just pull this right off. Bada bing, bada boom. There is the, let's see if I can get this on there. There's the part numbers that are on the filter canister. And then here is the air cleaner. Now, I should have mentioned, if this is really dirty, before you take that outer cover off, it's a good idea to kind of wipe it off so you don't get a bunch of dirt introduced into the system. You just take this, pull it out. Now this is one from TYM. It doesn't have any markings on it. This is one from my dealer. But show you the size. So this is almost 13 inches tall. And across 5 1/4, give or take. Now there's a lot of rubber squish here, so all in all, this filter's not too bad. The camera's going to pick it up. It's doing its job. It's fairly clean on the inside, a little dust on the outside, but not too bad, really. I'm going to clean that dust out of the inside of there just a little bit. If it's up at the house, up at the garage where I have an air compressor, I'd maybe consider stuffing a rag in there and blowing it out. I'm just going to use a paper towel. I shot a little fanfare on it here, a little glass cleaner, just to something to pick up the dust. I'll try to zoom in here and get a better shot where you can see the 2 surfaces where the filters can sit. Okay, here's the air cleaner housing. You can see inside, that circle with the little cut little grooves, that's made to hold your inner air filter, and then on the outside is the outer air filter. So this only came with the outer from the factory, which really surprised me. It's good and clean in there, and I did not clean inside that pipe. The only place I wiped dust was off this surface here, which is on the outside of the filter that I've been running. When we get the new filter, see how it fits in there. All right, I'll show you what I ordered. It was just on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description. It's from a Amazon store called FL Truck Top, and the writing is kind of small. I'll put a link in the channel in the video description. Yes, it is made in China. I know there's a Donaldson part number for these, but they're significantly more expensive, and I actually was having trouble finding them in stock. These had reviews a lot of reviews on Amazon that everyone was happy, and even one person said if it's their T574. So it came packaged, as you see. Got the inner filter. Well, let's see if this fits. Fits pretty good. Now, you saw that whole housing move on me. The way this is held on, there's a strap that goes around out here on the outside. You could actually just unbuckle that strap and this would be loose and you could do it, do it yourself, but I want to just go that way. Now, case in point, you see how kind of goes without saying, but the open end of this filter goes into your engine. That's where it pulls the engine. It's going to be pulling air through this, so the open end needs to go in there. Now the big mamma jamma. This one has the one I bought, it says PUR on it right there. Pure, that was a brand of filters, but not for tractors that I'm aware of. Other than that, I don't see any markings. Like the one from my dealer has 0 markings on it. The cross hatching is a little different. The one from the dealer, this cross hatching is a little more open. The cross hatches are a little smaller here, as far as like the metal, the holes in the metal or the pleats in the metal are a little tighter to each other. So you can kind of, don't know how well that's going to show up. Don't think it's enough to make a difference. And this just pops in over the top of it. And it's that easy. Let's put this back on. Now, I have had, sometimes these little guys can get in your way, so you almost kind of gotta hold them back out of the way, or the thing doesn't want to go on. I'll wipe this out a little bit. My dust rag here. And it does have the word top. So you just gotta put that up. This one clipper right here is a little bit tight next to your cooler there, but there's room. Just try to be careful you don't bend up a bunch of fins on your cooler. Mine's got a couple in it bent already. I like to do the hard one first. There we go. Start it up. Well, now you know. Second filter fits right in there. I should have looked into this sooner. I can't believe I let 200 hours of use go by in over a year and a half and didn't bother getting the second air cleaner. And I want to get a hold of my dealer again and make sure that they're aware that another filter can go in the tractor. And it fit right in. I don't know how well the camera caught it, but it's what it was made for, and I'm not surprised. If you were TYM and you were building a tractor, would you go make your own brand new custom air housing unit? Or would you get something off the shelf that will just bolt right on? I hope this was helpful to somebody. Again, Marty, thanks for the comment on Facebook with the part numbers. And I will put a link to Amazon. Now, I'm not sponsored by these. I bought that filters with my own money. But I'll put a link to the Amazon listing where I bought this set. It was relatively inexpensive. It was under 30 bucks for both filters shipped to the house in a day. So your typical Amazon stuff. But hope this was helpful for somebody. If this was and you liked the content, please consider hit that like button, maybe even that subscribe. Thanks for being here. Matt at Firewood in the Field. We'll see you next time.